Hello, I'm Kathy Sebring. I'm the pastor at First Presbyterian Church in Dickinson, Texas. As many of you might know, Dickinson is on the 517 Farm to Market Road, and when Harvey hit a year ago, the town of 10,000 was mandatory evacuation. Our church had the notoriety of being on television as boats motored by our front lawn. We wondered, is there going to be anything to come back to? We had over 4 feet of water. When we were able, after a couple of days, to actually make it to the church, we opened the doors and fish and snakes swam out. We walked in and saw our beautiful sanctuary. Pews were floating. My theological library met us at the door. Our brand new nursery, with all of its new furniture, was totally ruined. We lost everything except a pair of brass candlesticks, our big Bible, and our communion table was able to be refinished. So we have started from scratch. The blessing of Harvey was that before Harvey hit, we were a very small church, actually contemplating the idea that we might have to close our doors. But we had started a ministry of reaching out to the community, and our main ministry was Cherry Cheeks. And we also had started a ESL Bible study, and we received grants for both of those. So we felt that God really wanted us to be here. But right before Harvey, the question came up, and it was that if God wants us to be here, He will provide. And then Harvey hit. As I said, we lost everything. You can see behind me the bare walls, but as I stare out, there are bare walls, there's no carpet. We do have chairs now because a wonderful church in West Virginia, provided us with chairs. But when you lose everything in a congregation that's been here since 1957, it can be very disheartening. And yet God came through. Our biggest challenge, we had no bathrooms. We just didn't have a way to worship here for the first 2 Sundays. So we worshiped on the grass. And when we worshiped on the grass out front, people came off the streets. And then we received a truck that came in from Louisiana, a semi-truck filled with clothing and food and cleaning supplies and everything that needed to help the community. Where we hadn't been able to really have much of a ministry, we were able to serve over 626 people with the needs and the goods that they had to survive right after Harvey. We did 3. We also, many times people are not, when you're running for your lives, you forget to take shoes. And so the majority of people in Dickinson didn't have shoes. The SAS San Antonio Shoe Company, out of our facility, gave over 2,000 pairs of shoes away. So it's been Harvey presented us with one of the biggest opportunities for ministry. But we continue to have a community that suffers. 10,000 homes, over 8,000 of them were destroyed. Many people have not moved back. Many people are still without showers. Many people are living with others in 2 or 3 families in one apartment. There's a lot of depression. There is a lot of anxiety as we come to the year anniversary of Harvey. God has helped us with different people stepping forward. As soon as a need would arise, someone would come up and say, I can provide this. That is how God has helped us. We have been helped by the community. We have been helped from people around the country. We haven't started our refurnishing yet. We're hoping to get that started in the fall. So what has really helped us is knowing that God has been with us all the way. And now, instead of saying, we can't do this, we lay it before God, and if it's a ministry that He wants to provide, He will give us the means to do it. We're working with the community. We have been blessed with 6 new members, baptisms, and we hadn't had that in years. So even though Harvey was disastrous, it was also a blessing. So keep us in your prayers. We know that God says, be still and know that I am God, and that is how we have sustained and moved forward to be a family of God helping this community. Thank you for your prayers and thoughts.